In Acts chapter 24, we're going to see Paul standing trial before the Roman governor named Felix. Now, if you've been following along in our chapter day reading plan, we've noticed that the Jews are trying to mob Paul and they're trying to get him to stop telling people about Jesus. But Paul keeps doing it. In fact, he's using this trial as an opportunity to share the gospel with anyone that's willing to talk to him. Talking to the governor in verse 14, Paul said, "But I admit that I follow the way which they call a cult. I worship the God of our ancestors, and I firmly believe the Jewish law in everything written in the prophets. I have the same hope in God that these men have, that he will raise both the righteous and the unrighteous. Because of this, I always try to maintain a clear conscience before God and all people." Now you notice the way is capitalized because that's how they referred to Christianity at the time. And so Paul's trying to say in this passage, it's not a cult. It's legit. Jesus is the fulfillment of everything we have in the Old Testament. And you notice he even refers back to the controversial issue of the resurrection, pointing once again to this idea that Jesus rose from the dead. And this, after all, is so central to Christianity. Now it says in verse 24, a few days later, Felix came back with his wife, Drusilla, who was Jewish. Remember, Felix was Roman, so Drusilla, his wife, is Jewish. And sending for Paul, they listened as he told them about faith in Christ Jesus. As he reasoned with them about righteousness and self-control and the coming day of judgment, Felix became frightened. "Go away for now," he replied. "When it's more convenient, I'll call for you again." Now, isn't this interesting? How Paul is using his situation to share the good news with anyone who will listen. So here we've got this Roman governor. He's sharing the gospel with him. We've got his wife. He's sharing the gospel with her. She's Jewish. All along, he's just trying to help people to understand that this Jesus thing is for real. Now, as you finish this chapter, you'll see that Felix keeps him there for 2 whole years. And for many Christians, that would just freak them out. But for Paul, he knew it was all part of God's plan. So now you're ready to read Acts chapter 24. We'll see you tomorrow for chapter 25.